Hi, this is Rick Hall. This is my ADL 851 Module 8 Legal Aspects of Teacher Evaluations video. First article is about Every Student Succeed Act. What it basically did was got the federal government out of evaluation of teachers. It made sure that teacher evaluations were not based solely on test scores, and also it permitted the redesign and submission of new evaluation systems by the states. Some of the key provisions around ESSA were it prohibited the Department of Education from telling states what to do. It required the states to have performance factors based on other things, mainly around student achievement. It required states to redesign and submit a redesigned or designed reevaluation system for student teachers or teachers. It also talked about the audit system of once a state defined a new or designed a new system, that they were able to go in and audit the results and how it was working. One of the things about ESSA was in Title II, it said that it was a rights preserving article, not a rights creating article. In the article about teacher evaluations in court, I was really surprised about how many court cases there were around teacher evaluation. And even beyond that, I was even surprised about the reasons for the court cases. Unfair grading or evaluation of teachers based on poverty, teacher evaluation pay scales, violated constitutional provisions. As you can see from the slide there, all the different states had many more, and there were multiple ones in that article that I couldn't put here. But for me, I was quite surprised about the range of issues that these court cases covered as well. The article around issues around teacher evaluations was an overview of some of the discussions around teacher evaluations. Why has teacher evaluation become such a central issue in schools? And how do new teacher evaluation systems work? The article discussed some of the viewpoints on what's the best way, and how have teachers unions responded to new evaluation systems. Of course, unions are going to support their teachers the best they can, so they're very critical of certain evaluations. Some of the key terms in this article were collective bargaining, LIFO, which is last in, first out. It's a seniority system. I actually experienced that, so I was a new teacher and I was let go because I was only there for a year or two. It defined observations and tenure, and also value-added measures, which is a statistical review of teacher responsibilities and effort. Here at USD 218 in Elkhart, Kansas, we use the Keep 2 system. It's a Kansas system. The screen shows an example of my evaluations last year. Being a new teacher in the district, even though I've got almost 10 years experience, I had to be reviewed twice during the year. In another article, one of the other modules, I commented on the fact that I think this is a very complicated system and it needs to be simplified. I finally worked my way through it. I wasn't given very good training on it, and it was very frustrating at times to go through this system. I received 2 good evaluations, but still I was kind of frustrated by this system. Here at USD 218, the grievance process for a teacher who is relieved of duty. The first level, there's a 5 fellow professional grievance review committee, and if they give a thumbs up to it, it goes to the supervisor or the building principal who reviews it. And if they give a thumbs up, it goes to the superintendent for review. And if he gives a thumbs up, then it goes to the school board for review. And at any of those times in the chain, if one of those reviewers thinks you have no standing for your grievance, it can be kicked out, and that's pretty much it. You don't have much recourse on anything. But if you make it all the way through the school board with a thumbs up, then you can get a review. I think the system is fair, especially since it starts out with 5 of your fellow teachers. And if they feel that you have a grievance that's logical or true, they'll forward it. The Stoll Act was passed in 1971. It requires every California school. The lawsuit that I looked into was Doe versus Antioch, teacher evaluation lawsuit. And what it was there was a group of parents who thought that there were 13 districts that had used their collective bargaining process to roll back some of the accountability measures in the Stoll Act. And at this time, it's still in the courts. And all they wanted to do was to make sure that these 13 districts didn't use the collective bargaining process to bypass the 1971 Stoll Act. And that's the end. Thank you very much.